Hey guys, it's me, Shelly, and I'm tired. I just wanted to come on here and just talk with you guys over just a couple little things. This week has been crazy, especially at work, but yeah, it's almost over. Tomorrow's Friday, so yay. Um, so me and my husband, we have this app on our phone called the Paired app, right? So it's just questions to ask us just to, you know, just keep the connection, right? And so the question yesterday was like, what is something that you're scared of? I was like, dang, that's a good question. So the question I asked myself was, where to start? No, I think the way I answered the question was I was scared of not being enough. I think I've always had this this mindset that I'm not good enough and I got to prove myself and I got to do all the things and be the best and just to show that I wouldn't say exist, matter, you know? I think because of my childhood traumas, it definitely shaped the way I am, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if I'm using it as motivation, it can be bad. So, using not being enough as a motivation has definitely gotten me far, but at the same time, I shouldn't be living in it, you know? And so I've been learning to undo some of the mechanisms or the things that I rely on when I'm having a bad day, or like I'm trying to I'm trying to slow down. I I notice in situations, especially at work lately, that when I am like today, for instance, I was working on an assignment, and then one of my coworkers was just asking for an update on what I was doing. For some reason, I got like extremely awkward and like was just like trying to make sense of it. But I don't know. Sometimes I can ramble. Hence why I'm making these videos, because I ramble. And ooh, sometimes that's the word. I jump conversations. So I jump from subject to subject, and it's because like I'm constantly thinking about the next thing. What should I be doing? Am I not doing enough? And even when it comes to like my husband, like he's amazing. And I've realized that I've been depending on him to make me happy, and like with marriage or with anybody, like it's supposed to be yourself, right? Like you make yourself happy and you focus on yourself. But I think I've been hyper focused on him and his emotional state, and I've been struggling with that. I've been struggling with the fact that I can't control it, right? Like control is definitely one of the things that I'm trying to let go of this year, to slow down, let go of control and trust the Lord. And it's definitely been like hard because like I'm a planner, right? Like I planned most of my life, and of course it didn't go according to plan, but I still tried, right? So I think that question yesterday in the app, it kind of shook me because it was just like, dang, like that's a reminder that I'm still kind of afraid that I'm not enough. I'm not enough for my husband. I'm not enough for my friends, my family. I'm not enough for myself. Like struggling with worthiness has definitely shown me that there are areas of myself where at first I didn't want to accept. You know, I've done some horrible things over the years. Like, I've been selfish. I've just been in regards to not realizing that I've been selfish. So like, I'm trying to continue down the path of accepting myself in all areas, even the parts that I deem unworthy. I'm trying to love those parts. And I think this week, with being so busy, I haven't had time to really journal as I would like, and trying to show that grace, right? But journaling to talk about the fact that I am enough. You know, like I have to stop comparing myself to what I think I should be and start loving myself where I'm at, and know that of course I'm going to continue to grow and to continue to change, but right now in this moment it doesn't look like what I think it should be, but that's a beautiful thing because there's room for improvement. And I think sometimes it's hard for me to see that because, you know, I always felt like, with my father being absent, and I used to try so hard to like avoid that because it's like I don't want to talk about those emotions. I've always tried to like be like, oh, you know, I'm enough, I'm fine, and you know, but I've still gone back to that fact, and it's like, dang, like I gotta let it go. And I feel like I've grown in that regard, but there's still some growth to happen. My relationship with him has definitely grown over the years. I shouldn't put my worthy upon that. You know, I shouldn't say, oh, I'm worthy or I'm not worthy because this one man, right? Like, there's so many father figures that I had over the years, and it was hard even with that for me to even accept that. But yeah, it's about learning to grow and to accept that I'm not in control. You know, I can't force people to be in my life. Yeah. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point, and I really just wanted to talk about, you know, being worthy. It In regards to that, I think that progress is happening, and so just want to celebrate the little progress that I've seen and just encourage myself to keep going. Yeah. It's hard. Life is hard, but you can do it. Just gotta have faith and just be encouraged. And there are days that you gotta encourage yourself. So if no one told you, I'm here to tell you. You got this. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.